I am staggeringly confused by the whole like Ozempic is cheating discourse going on. And maybe you guys grew up in a different America than I did, but from like the second I opened my eyes and mouth, I was being fed tons of ultra processed food that, marketing campaigns shoved down my throat on every commercial break of every cartoon that I ever loved. Like the big food industry has made overconsumption of ultra processed, super unhealthy things the norm. And for us to have like one mechanism that starts to claw back some of that agency or like lets us even the playing field a little bit being cheating feels to me like it's way misallocating like the responsibility for how these things play out. Not to mention this is like the first time in human history that we've routinely had access to caloric abundance for most people. Like our species is not used to dealing with too much food, and we are very much like in the early stages of figuring out how to manage that. And no, obviously not all GMO food is bad. Like I think the fact that a billion people are alive because of the work that Norman Borlaug and his team did is a miracle, and I'm happy about that. But we can all admit that it's like unhealthy and gone a little bit too far in terms of how like big food works in this country. No, like that shouldn't be controversial, I don't think. I know for me, it's taken a ton of work to figure out what a healthy diet is, and I have to constantly stay on top of it. And that's not even to mention the cost of maintaining that thing. Look, I'm not on it right now, so there's an element of like outside looking in on the discourse, but a ton of my friends and family are, and it's been this like miraculous thing that has helped them improve their lives in such meaningful ways. And I feel it's my duty as someone who loves them to cheer on and love the things that help them do that. Not to mention, I'm massively concerned with men's issues in this country, as anyone who watches me knows. And like so many of the preventable mortality issues for men are inextricably linked to their overall health prognosis. And this is one of the best ways I think we've identified in the last couple of years to like make meaningful gains there. Maybe some of it's like this celebrities are on it but don't talk about it, and so it's deceptive. I don't know. This is a generalized truth, but I was talking to a buddy recently and I was saying that everyone in New York feels like they're on it and open about it, like admittedly, and he was saying in Chicago it feels like everyone's on it but no one talks about it, like it's the secret. Maybe that's true, maybe that's not. I can understand why it would feel weird if people are keeping it closed. At the same time, I don't want a friend of mine or me to like walk into a room and have someone go, "Oh, you look great," and then have to feel like, disclose, I'm on this thing. So like that's a tricky balance, but I suspect that, given the early research into the anti-aging effects, the substance problems effects, all of us are going to be like microdosing this stuff in a couple years' times. And I just think in the meantime, we should try to extend as much grace as we can to the people who are on it and improving their lives because of it. Unsolicited, but my 2 cents.